Good morning, everyone. Duncan's presentation is very hard to follow. It was amazing and refreshing. What I wanted to talk about is IFLA, the International Federation of Landscape Architects, with a special focus on the Middle East. So IFLA is the international umbrella, for those of you who don't know, for landscape architects globally. And the structure of IFLA is very similar to the UN. And we have 5 regions in Americas, Africa, Europe, Asia Pacific, and the Middle East, which is the youngest and the smallest. We have 80 member associates and 100 landscape architects. And we have, our vision is, the next slide, please. We started working on the definition of landscape architecture because it started like 30 years ago. I was talking, it was very much about beautification, introducing plants after the building and the site was complete. But it's changing. And I think Duncan's talk summarized it very well. We're looking at global issues, climate change, carbon sequestration, we're talking about efficient water management, we're talking about biodiversity, and all of those issues. So we redefined our definition according to the International Labour Organization. You'll find it on the web. So these are basically our goals, looking at climate and biodiversity, and health and well-being. Again, we have speakers today on this subject, community participation so that they own the project and it's not just delivered to them as it used to be. Traditional knowledge and indigenous practices are also very important because this people in this part of the world, in our part of the world, have dealt with the same climate and with water scarcity for centuries, and they did very well. So let's not discredit their knowledge and try to learn from them and integrate it. And of course, food security with community gardens in urban areas is also a subject that's up and coming. Yeah, and so the first thing I wanted to introduce is IFLA Middle East, the smallest chapter. This is a map for IFLA, and you can see there are member associations in the dark green and individual members. Members associations are established when a group of people form a society or an association, and then it is registered in that country, and then they apply to IFLA World Council for certification, not to certificate, for recognition. Once recognized, then it becomes the official IFLA representative in that country. Can we go back to the previous slide, please? Individual members are members in countries where there is no association. So they are given this membership so that they might form an association. Yeah, and can we have the next slide? So in the Middle East, we have 4 associations. Can you click again, please? Yes. So the youngest is the Saudi Society for Landscape Architecture, which was ratified 1 year ago by the IFLA Council. Jala, which is the Jordanian Association, Lebanese Landscape Association, Iranian Society for Landscape Architecture. And you can see the dark green. No, can we stay with that side? It's the dark green and the light green, and we have 3 individual members ratified: Dr. Reem Al-Isa Mubizwibas, Dr. Samar Al-Nasser from Palestine, and Dr. Wafa Madani from Bahrain. Now, I want you to look at the names of these associations. The first 2, it is state landscape architect. But Leila, the Lebanese landscape architecture, we didn't use a landscape architect. We used just landscape association. Because for many, many years, the people holding up the landscape banner and doing landscape, implementing and managing, were not landscape architects. They were agricultural engineer or horticulturists. And I believe they are integral part of the landscape profession. And I believe also that it should be inclusive of all of them. So this is why we opted for the name association. And in Iran also, they have landscape engineer and landscape architect. So the namings that vary, but the aim is to be inclusive of this profession. Yes? One of the main challenges we face is there are no programs teaching landscape architecture. Apart from the few in red, there's many, like imagine the UAE, there is simply not a single program that teaches landscape architects. And this is incredible, but this is really a challenge we have to work on. Yes? Without landscape art, without having associations, a lot has been done in this region. I think maybe, apart from China, maybe it's the second region where huge landscape projects of scale are being taken. So this doesn't need to be introduced, but the King Salman, and we heard our speaker talk about that. And the next slide. A lot has been done on biodiversity. I selected this because it was among the awardees, those that applied for the Landscape at Least award. So we have the mangroves, we have so much being done to Sumama Park, very close here, where we are in Riyadh, and a lot of nature conservation projects which have been upholding that aim that we spoke of. So next, please. I put this project before Duncan spoke, but I put it for a reason. I think this is an amazing project because it blurs the boundaries between architects and landscape architects, between engineers and between art. So this is really the way forward. We have to look at those collaborations if we want landscapes that would really make an impact. Yes? I also wanted to put in Wadi Hanifa. I really believe this is from the Aga Khan website, but I really believe this is an exceptional project. Next slide, please. Because it upholds all of those objectives that I spoke of. It is, first of all, it deals with climate because it's a sheltered environment that has been protected. It builds on a heritage, a natural heritage, geomorphological heritage. The Wadi and oasis are integral to the heritage of our part of the world. It looks at phytoremediation and has, in addition, water purification. It is an incredible place for biodiversity and for people to enjoy. And it is, again, this collaboration, this multiple uses that makes it such an incredible project. Thank you. Okay, so what can IFLA Middle East offer? Apart from, can we go back to the first slide? Apart from being together as a community, having a family, and this is from IFLA Council and Congress in Istanbul, where it is truly a family, yes. IFLA is now working on professional certification. This is very important, especially in the Global South. If any practicing landscape architect would like to go work elsewhere, he will need this certification because we don't have the bodies that, for example, in the States or in Europe that certify. So it is a very, very important thing. And here we have immediate past president of IFLA, James Hayter, who is leading the initiative, and Selwa Sabah at the extreme right, who is IFLA Middle East representative in that working. So we're looking forward to that. And then we have IFLA recognition of education. Again, programs are established. We need the support of an international agency. We're supporting, providing that. And you can see here in the image, part of the Global Studio, which was held in Istanbul. Students from all of over the world collaborate on a charrette. And it's an incredible, at a time, to bring cultures together and geographies together. And here, the speaker is speaking here, the young students award, who won an award is Dr. Reem Al-Isa's student, who is Dr. Reem from Kuwait, who is with us today. So again, it's incredible. Next slide, please. And a couple of days ago, we had the same shara take place here in Jeddah, headed by Dr. Amr Habiballah. So it's an incredible experience. Okay, next slide, please. IFLA has collaborations with a lot of institutions, international, and we're coming together with signing memorandum of understanding with all of the agencies that you see. And look at the background, which is the interdisciplinary contributors to our profession. Yes? So I conclude with this slide. If the Middle East has great vision, today we will hear a lot about amazing projects, and we would like all of you to please contact us to create collaborations and to support this profession in the region, which is really the aim for all of us. And I think the Landscape Mid East Award is an incredible initiative, because we either go to professional conferences or to academic conferences, but to bring the two together and to bring the landscape industry as well is incredible. So really, our thanks go to the Middle East, our collaborators, the Middle East magazine. Please contact me if you have anything. Thank you.